Good evening, everyone. Late video. This was fairly confusing for me to come up with, just because we ended the month on both tickers, the ES and NQ, with an epic short squeeze for the final session and really the final about 3 days or so, 2 or 3 days, um, especially on the NQ. And so, really, the question now is: are we going to finally break this 4190-ish on the ES? And get into that 4230 area, or will we once again be range bound? Now, tomorrow we do have ISM manufacturing. That's hitting the tape at 10 o'clock. And again, we do have the big news of FOMC on Wednesday. That's going to be our main our main event on the week. And I think we have Apple earnings on either Thursday or Friday, so that'll also be something to keep in mind. Apple being such a giant component of these indices. But for now, for tomorrow, really the question is, are we going to have a continued breakout, which I struggle to see it. Maybe later in the day, but the morning I think we'll have some correction. So that is mostly what I'm going to be playing for, unless I get a very early in the day, first 30 minutes gap close long scenario on either ticker. I'll be looking for the short side just a little bit, just to come down a little bit into something like a point of control or a weekly VWAP close or an RTH VWAP close, something like that. So that's how I'm going to be playing both these tickers. Here's the NQ as well, an amazing squeeze. Right now trading close to those external trading hours highs at, what is that, 330-ish? 347.5. And our high of the night is 344. So it looks like we're getting near that. I might actually also put a caveat then to this thing. If we gap up over 347.50. So on the, let's pull up this chart for you guys. On the NQ, how am I looking to trade this? Well, let me pull this up on another chart. If we get the gap up scenario, I want to be long 324.25. That just being our close on the month, as well as obviously Friday's close, same number, same thing I'm referring to. We also have the RTH monthly high just above that at 326.75, and the high of yesterday at the close of yesterday is at 323.5. So they're all within a few points of each other. So if we get a gap up above those external trading hour highs of the month from April, that high, if we get a gap up above that, I want to be playing the gap close long. Otherwise, I know there might be places for this thing to hold a bid. I see this very clear level around here, around 290, 300, whatever it is. I see that. I don't want to trade it, though. Because I think if we fail to hold that gap, yeah, we might catch a bid at that 290 or 300, but I would rather wait and get long at where the volume was done. And I also get our swing lows here at 260-ish. But once again, I want to be long where the volume was done on the day, which is 270.5. So that's where I'll be getting long. And the reason I want to move my stop to break even so early is because at 82s, we start fighting where 95% of the volume was done last week. So it's almost looking for a breakout scenario, getting long that early. Below there, I want to be long 53s. That's just settlement highs. Actually, I want to lower that. I want to lower that to 51. That is just going to be the VWAP close from Friday's session. I want to be long there, and we also have settlement highs there, those Thursday highs. So I want to be long there. That's where the shorts are going to still be squeezed. Below there, I want to be long 210. That is the quarterly open. That's where we had some critical auction take place before rocketing up, getting our afternoon rocket up. And below there, I don't think we'll end up trading below there, and I don't think I'll be too interested in trading below there either. That'll be a 200-point move downwards. I'm not interested in that. To the upside, I think we can take 413 short after we take out that high, that prior daily high at 425.5. And this has been a key swing point since about August of last year. So I think that'll be a nice takeout, run the stops here, come back below, come back inside range. That's also where the ADR highs are sitting at. Now, over on the ES, similar ideas. I want to be long if we get that gap upwards, and I want to just quickly check where is that external trading highs of the month on the ES. I think they're higher up. I think it's around 41.98ish. Yes. So if we gap up over 41.99, let's call it, I'll be looking at long during reopening range. Otherwise, I want to be short 85s. The ES is a little bit different than the NQ in that that 95% weekly high is a little bit higher up. So I want to be short 85s. It is critical resistance pretty much for the whole day on Friday. So if we lose that, I think we can come down below. We can start filling in these areas. There's a point of control at 80. There's a ton of stuff below 85s, but I think overall it's been a resistance area, and I think we can start filling in the downside. So that's what I'll be looking for on the ES, is getting short 4180s. Other than that, I want to be long 4150s. So I want to see a tag of that prior weekly pocket 55.75, or the 22 halfback at 55 quarter, or the monthly pocket 53.75. Any of those tags, and I want to be long at settlement highs at 57.5. Below there, similar idea. I want to be long 43.75. Just yesterday's low of the day. That Friday low of the day after a tag of monthly VWAP close at 41.75. There's also prior auction we had during the RTH on a smaller time frame at 39.5. Below there, I want to be long 31.25. That is right around, that is the weekly VWAP close from last week. Within a 5-point range, you also have a daily VWAP close. You have the weekly halfback. You have the monthly halfback. You have the quarterly open. You have so much shit there. Below there, I'm not interested in trading this thing. So that's how I'm looking to trade this. And I'm not interested in the short side until we get to that price close at 42.30. That is the only place I want to be short on this thing. So that's how I'm looking to trade these guys. Long 28.31, long 40s, long in the upper 50s, short mid 80s. Long 90 if we long the gap close if we open at new highs. What would that be? New quarterly highs? No, not yet. 42.08 I think is the new quarterly highs on the NQ. Long 324 if we get the gap up. Long 270s with a quick move to break even. Long 251s, long 210. Not interested in anything below there. And short 413s after a high run. A little bit slow today, but hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. We'll throw up an update to this tomorrow pre-market per usual. Have a great night and trade safe.